Hello everybody, it's your boy Ann here. I'm coming at you guys with another YouTube video. So in today's YouTube video, I'm going to be going over the best Warframes to farm focus or the best Warframes to nuke in Elite Sanctuary Onslaught. So without further ado guys, let's just get right into today's video. So disclaimer, these are in no specific order and we're going to be going over 3 or 4 specific frames in this video. So guys, the first frame we are going to be going over is Siren Prime. So Siren Prime, this one only has one former in it. So, you know, one former build, nice and easy to do, and the mod configuration isn't too complex. So you're just going to want to run Physique for some health, Power Drift for some strength, Streamline for some efficiency, Range for some more range, Stretch for some range, Fleeting Expertise because we need efficiency, Intensify, Transient Fortitude, Blood Rage, Flow, and Overextended. And for the arcanes, you're going to want to go Arcane Energize, and you are going to want to go Malt Augmented. As you guys can see, this is 13 duration, 135 efficiency, 235 range, and 234 strength. And if we add onto the Malt Augment, that will be around 294 strength, which is nice and good. And looking at the mods, they're basic. These are like the lower tier mods in the game, and you can get almost all of these mods basically very early on in the game. You can get 1, 2, 3, 4 from the Orkin Vaults, and the other mods you'll just get as a normal drop, and Power Drift is from the Vaults on Lure. But apart from that, you know, you can do this. If you really wanted to get rid of the Power Drift, I don't blame you, and you know, it's nice and easy to get going. So guys, let's just run into the Sanctuary, and I'm going to show you what this weapon can do. Okay, so guys, we're up against one of the other very good nuke frames for Sanctuary, so you know, this will be fun. Okay, so people, with the Siren Build, all you are going to want to do is simply head in, use your first ability, and then use your fourth, and that is it. As you can see, half the map's infected with the spores, and now you can just press your 1 on a few enemies, you know, here and there, if you just want to make sure that they're infected, but they all are going to be. Then just use your 4, and again, just let it chain. As you see from my Fenmore ranking up already level 7 within 30 seconds of being in here, so you know, we're all doing good. We're doing more than the Mirages currently, so you know, that's a good sign. But guys, just like I said, this nuke build for Siren is easy to do, and it does not require too much, and it is very effective. As you can see, Sanctuary, you know, level 60 enemies, a fairly strong enemies here. I get that these are infested, but you know, guys, Siren does have unlimited damage scaling on her spores. As long as enemies stay infected, that number in the bottom right will keep increasing. So you know, it's important to just keep it chaining, and you know, sticking your spores onto Xmas is a good way to keep your spores going in the meantime until you can find more enemies to stick the spores onto. But you know, damage scaling is infinite, and it's nice and easy with Siren. So people, at the end of the first zone, we are so we've got 441 kills with Siren. You know, I had my 4th ability disabled a bunch of times. The conduit's not going to spawn, is it? Nope, it's not. So as you guys can see, Siren, I've been doing very well as a nuke. Almost max rank my Fenmore already, which is a good sign. So now I'm going to leave Sanctuary and get on to the next best frame to nuke the Sanctuary with, or just get a ton of focus with. Because guys, the best way to farm focus is, again, having a lens on and using one of these Warframes, because they work the exact same. Okay, so people, on to the next Warframe. It is going to be Mirage Prime. So my Mirage has got 3 formers in her. I'm not sure how necessary that is. I don't think it's as necessary as it should be. But as you guys can see, this is the config for the second Warframe, and all you actually really need for this is range and strength and a little bit of duration. So I'm running Steel Charge for increased melee damage. Not really, I'm just doing it for the max amount of slots on the config, which doesn't really make too much of a difference because you're not really going to be using your melee anyways. The second mod I've got is Power Drift, again for power strength. This is a former's in here, and it doesn't like it because it's a augment mod, but you are going to want to run the sleight of hand augment, so Mirage's second ability, and that's what this second nuke is going to be based on. Then we're going to want Streamline, Overextended for some range, Stretch for more range, Umbral Intensify for some strength, Transient Fortitude for some strength, Prime Continuity because we do need a little bit of duration with this one, and Blind Rage for some more strength. So guys, this is the configuration, and for augment mods, you're just going to want to go more augmented for the extra strength, and Arcane Energize for the energy, but you know, if you don't have Energize, you can replace it with any other Arcane you want. Arcane Guardian is a good choice, you know, make sure you survive. And we are just going to run right into the Sanctuary again and show you what this can do. As I was saying before I completely lost my train of thought, the best way to get the standing in this is literally running one of these nuke frames with a lure lens, or I think it's a greater lure lens, I can't remember the name, but it's the one with 3.25 times affinity for focus tree, I believe it is. And yeah, so guys, what you're going to want to do, cast your fourth so they all die, and then after that, cast your second one more time, if you got the energy for it. If you don't, all good. But what that's going to do is basically start triggering all your mines, because these mines work once enemies start spawning onto them. As you can see over here, they're not doing the most amount of damage, but once they do pick up, it will start going greater. And you know, just going to run Zenuric, and you're just going to want to pull these mines once every however long, 20-30 seconds, not 20 seconds, once every 10 seconds I'd say, because obviously, you know, you want the mines to work, but you don't want the mines to thingy. And there is a vault here too, nice, but I'm still going to be doing most of the damage, so I hope he doesn't mind. Okay, so people, we're at the end of the conduit over here, and I've had 492 kills, you know, a little bit higher than the run with Siren, and this is getting nice and easy. I basically carried everyone, as you know, expected. You do get a decent chunk of affinity, but affinity is usually better in ESO when other people are nuking for you, so I've not gotten too much affinity, but the other players in the lobby will have had way more than me. So guys, that is Mirage Prime, and now on to the next Warframe. Okay, so people, on to the next Warframe, my personal favorite. This is going to be Vault Prime. So guys, for Vault, I've made mine pretty intense, but I'm just going to offer you some changes in the mods if you don't have them, which is completely fine. So for the aura mod, I'm running corrosive projection, you know, just less armor on the enemies. Second mod, I'm running power drift for some strength, streamline for some efficiency, auger reach for some range, archon stretch instead of regular stretch, just because electrical damage restores energy 2 seconds of 5 seconds. So, you know, it works with Vault. It's designed exactly for Vault, so, you know, that's ideal. Umbral Intensify for some strength. Arcane Energize, you know, just because we're not going to be running any energy mods, and, you know, we want to keep getting our energy back as soon as possible. More Augmented, again, just for some strength. Augur Secrets for some strength. Overextended for some range. Transient and Blind Rage for power strength. And for the Hemlinked ability, we are going to run Empower. For the other two frames, the Siren and the Mirage, no Hemlinked abilities were used, you know, nice and easy. So what we're going to do is run into the Sanctuary. I'm going to show you how this all goes with the Vault. Okay guys, I did not realize that I'd ended up joining the game like right before the end of the second zone. So I managed to get 137 kills in like, I have no idea how many seconds. But let's go to the third zone. We'll base this Vault experiment on the third zone instead. As you guys can see, literally I did not even use my fourth ability at all, and I've almost got 50,000 focus with Vault, because I do have the lens on Vault, the right lens to put on Vault at least. So for Vault it is very easy to you know, go right up into the good range of focus, and Vault is one of the best focus frames. People would put a higher duration on the ability, but I just think that, you know, with Sanctuary, if you play your cards right, you can just spam the abilities anyway, so, you know, you don't really need to worry about it per se. Okay, so people, let's have a look. We got almost 700 kills, so I think we got about 500 kills with the Vault in this zone, so, you know, that's a bit of a stretch over the other ones. Okay guys, so now we're going to be going over some honorable mentions, which didn't quite make the cut to being like amazing nuke frames in Sanctuary, but are still very good. So the first one is going to be DJ Octavia. So for Octavia, the config you're going to want to run is max duration, pretty decent range and high strength. Actually, no, the strength doesn't matter as much as the range does. So, you know, if you can drop off a little bit of strength for a little bit more range, do that. It does work wonders. Actually, you know what? Just I'm gonna switch this over. Where's Cunning Drift? There you go. Yeah, like I was saying, more range is better. So switching the power drift for Cunning Drift for the range. So same thing, guys. You're going to want to run minus armor, corrosive projection for the aura, a little bit of range for the Cunning Drift, narrow minded for the duration, blind rage for the strength, prime continuity for the duration, umbral intensify for the strength, overextended for the range, auger reach for the range, prime flow because of the energy, and streamline for the efficiency. For the arcanes, again, energized and augmented. It's basically a golden combo, to be honest, and it's what you want to be running for basically everything if you can. But yeah, let me just head into the sanctuary and show you what Octavia can do. Okay, people, so for DJ Octavia, all you're going to want to do is literally hit the 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, and for the song I've got Mortal Kombat running, so you know he's going to want to spam crouch for the prawn. But Octavia is decent for the sanctuary, but obviously, like I said, not as good as the other nuke frames, so she does come down a little bit. Okay, so people are at the end of the zone now, and as you can see, you know, still got a decent 151 kills, but like I said, it's not as good as Siren or Mirage or Vault would be, but you know, it's still very, very reasonable, very, very promising results. So guys, let's go on over to the next Warframe. Okay, people, so for the final Warframe, this video is going to be Mesa Prime or Mesa. For the build, you know, we are going to run Pistol Lamp for increased pistol damage, Power Drift for some strength, Fleeting Expertise for the efficiency, Narrow Minded for the duration, Streamline for the efficiency, Umbral Intensify for strength, Prime Continuity for the duration, Flow for a little bit of extra energy, Transient Fortitude for some strength, and Constitution for some duration. For Mesa, all you're going to want to do is literally just max out the efficiency, duration as much as you can, and keep a decent level of strength. The range quite literally does not matter on Mesa. And Arcane Energize, you know, the usual, free energy, can't say no. And more augmented for, you know, extra strength, because, you know, more strength is good. And for the Regulator Prime build, you are going to want to run something along the lines of this. So Galvanized Diffusion for multi-shot, Galvanized Shot for status, Anemic Agility, you know, fire rate straight up, you know, it's juicy on Mesa, I'm not gonna lie. Prime Target Cracker for some crit damage, Hemorrhage for some for slash whenever you've got some status, and Prime Pistol Gambit for crit chance, Lethal Torrent for again more fire rate, and Pistol Pestilence for some toxin. And guys, let's, as usual, run right into the sanctuary, and I'm gonna show you what this thing can do. Okay, so people, end of the zone, and I got 223 kills, which is pretty good. There's I believe there's a Mirage here. There's two Mirages, so guys, I was up against two Mirages and I still came out on top of one of them. So, you know, Mesa is a good frame for the Sanctuary also. Okay, so guys, that has basically been the best frames in Sanctuary Onslaught in my opinion, to get yourself some good focus and, you know, just to nuke and level stuff up fast. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Please do drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.